Assalamu alaikum. Our topic is application and consequences of radiation. Different objects absorb different amount of heat radiation, falling upon them, reflecting the remaining part. The amount of heat absorbed by a body depends upon the color and nature of its surface. A black and rough surface absorb more heat than white or polished surface. Since a good absorber are also good radiator of heat, thus a black colored body gets hot quickly, absorbing that reaching it during a sunny day, and also cools down quickly by giving out its heat to its surrounding. The bottoms of cooking pots are made black to increase the absorption of heat from fire. Like light rays, heat radiations also obey laws of reflection. The amount of heat reflected from an object depends upon its color and nature of the surface. White surfaces reflect more than colored or black surfaces. Similarly, polished surfaces are good reflectors than rough surface, and reflection of heat reflection is greater than polished surface. Hence, we wear white or light colored clothes in summer, which reflect most of the heat radiation reaching us during the hot day. We polish the interior of the cooking and hot pots for reflecting back most of the heat radiation within them. Here comes the summary. Heat flows from a body at higher temperature from a body at lower temperature. There are three ways of heat transfer. These are conduction, convection, and radiation. The mode of transfer of heat by vibration atoms and free electrons in solid from hotter to colder part of a body is called conduction of heat. The amount of heat that flows in unit time is called rate of flow of heat. The rate at which heat flows through solids depends on the cross-sectional area of the solid, length between hot and cold ends, temperature difference between hot and cold ends, and nature of the material. The rate of flow of heat across the opposite faces of a meter cube maintained at a difference of 1 Kelvin is called the thermal conductivity of the material of the cube. Good conductors are used for quick transfer of heat. Thus, cookers, cooking plates, boilers, radiators, and condensers of refrigerator, etc., are made of metals. What is water is a poor conductor of heat. Materials which trap air are called bad conductors, such as wool, felt, fur, feathers, polyesters, and fiberglass. Transfer of heat by actual movement of molecules from hot place to a cold place is known as convection. Land and breeze are also the examples of convection. Gliders are upward movement of hot air current due to convection of heat. Air currents help them to stay in air for a long period. Birds are able to fly for hours without flapping their wings due to the upward movement of air currents. The term radiation means the continual emission of energy from the surface of a body in the form of electromagnetic waves. Radiations are emitted by all bodies. The rate at which radiations are emitted depends on various factors such as color and texture of the surface, temperature, and surface area. A dull black surface is a good temperature rises rapidly, is a good absorber of heat and its temperature rises rapidly. A polished surface is a poor absorber of heat as its temperature rises slowly. Radiations from the sun pass easily through glass, polythene, and warm up the material inside a greenhouse. The radiations given out by them are of much longer wavelengths. Glass polythene doesn't allow them to escape out and thus maintain the inside temperature of the greenhouse. Earth's atmosphere contains carbon dioxide and water vapors. It causes greenhouse effect and thus retains the temperature of the earth. The bottom of cooking pots are made black to increase the absorption of the heat from fire. White surfaces reflect more heat than colored or black surfaces. Similarly, polished surfaces are good reflectors than rough surfaces, and reflection of heat radiation is greater from polished surfaces. Therefore, we wear white or light colored cloths in summer. We polish the interior of the cooking pots for reflecting back most of the heat radiation inside the hot pots. A thermos flask consists of a double walled glass vessel. It reduces the transfer of heat by conduction, convection, and radiation.